In this video, I am going to show you some popular Italian tongue twisters that you can learn in order to practice some tricky sounds of the Italian language. Cominciamo! Hey, this is Ermy Pedata from thelanguagerus.com, and on this channel I am going to show you how you can learn to speak Italian using creativity, art and play. If you'd like to do that, subscribe to this channel and also hit the bell for the notifications so you'll know when the next video is up. And now let's talk about Italian tongue twisters. So let's look at some of the most popular Italian tongue twisters to study and practice 3 types of Italian letter combinations and sound that can sometimes cause problems, especially if you are a beginner and you're just starting to read Italian. You'll find these tongue twisters and more in the learning sheet related to this class that you can download by clicking in the link in the description below this video. So let's start with the first letter group, and this letter group make the sound yeah, and I'm talking about the letter group made up by G and L in Italian, which sometimes can cause some problems. So you can find the yeah sound in words like figli, bottiglia, aglio, foglia, tagliuzzare. And one of my favorite tricks that I use for my students to help them pronounce the sound ye is to think about the word year and just take the beginning of it and then make the sound ye. But now I'd like to show you this fun tongue twister to practice the sound. Are you ready? Sul tagliere l'aglio taglia, non tagliare la tovaglia non è aglio, se la tagli fai uno sbaglio. Quicker. Sul tagliere l'aglio taglia, non tagliare la tovaglia non è aglio, se la tagli fai uno sbaglio. If you like this tongue twister, write mi piaciuto in the comments below, and also you are more than welcome to look at other tongue twisters that you can find in the learning sheets that you can download in the link in the description. Now let's talk about the sound k or ch, depending where the letter C is found in a word. This sound can be quite tricky for beginners, especially if they're just starting to learn Italian, so they're not really sure about all the rules for writing Italian. So let's look at how you can use the letter C and all its combinations and the different sound that it can make. So when you have the C combined with A, O or U, in that case you will have a hard sound, ka, ko, ku. But if you have the letter C combined with E and E, then you will have a softer sound, chi or che. Now here's the thing, we also have che and chi in Italian, and this sound is obtained by adding an H to CI and CE. So you'll have CHI, chi, and CHE, K. And at the same time, you also have cha, cho, chu. And this kind of sound is obtained by adding an I to CA. So you have CIA, cha, CO, so you have CIO, cho, and then C and U, adding an I, CIU, chu. If you remember this rule, you'll be able to read really well all the kind of sound that are found in the Italian language with the letter C. Now let's look at some tongue twisters that can help us identify and also practice the different sound that we can find with letter C in Italian. I'm gonna tell you, these ones can be quite tricky, and I'll try to do my best to pronounce them for you, and also I'll try not to laugh. Okay, I'll say them slow first and then I'll say them quicker. Caro Conte, chi ti canta, tanto canta che t'incanta. Caro Conte, chi ti canta, tanto canta che t'incanta. C'era una volta una cincibiricciaccola che aveva 150 cincibiricciaccolini. Un giorno la cincibiricciaccola disse ai suoi 150 cincibiricciaccolini: smettetela di cincibiricciaccolare sempre, altrimenti un giorno non cincibiricciaccolerete più. C'era una volta una cincibiricciaccola che aveva 150 cincibiricciaccolini. Un giorno la cincibiriciaccola disse ai suoi 150 cincibiriciaccolini: smettetela di cincibiriciaccolare sempre, altrimenti un giorno non cincibiriciaccolerete più. Wow, these were difficult, but I think if you would like to have some fun, try to pronounce them, and it will be also kind of fun to have a little competition with your student friends and see who pronounced them best and who does it faster. But obviously, if you cannot do it faster, don't worry. The main point here is to understand how the sounds work and to practice pronouncing these sounds. Now let's talk about the sound that can be created by using two more letters, S and C, plus the vowels in Italian. So we can have SCA, SCO, and SEU, which make the sound ska, sco, scu, as in words like pesca, which means fishing, scuola, school, scodella, bowl. And we also have SCI and SEE, which make a different sound. It's the sound she and she in words like she, which means skiing, and scemo, which means silly or stupid in Italian. So as you can see, the sound with SEA, SEO, and SEU, Scasco School, is more a harder sound, whereas SEI and SEE have more of a softer sound, she and she. Now, do you remember when we said that you can add an H to a certain consonant to make a different sound, like we were doing with the letter C before and the vowel I and E? The same rule applies to this kind of consonant group. In fact, you can have SCHI and SCHE, which guess what sound would they make? Ski and ske. And here's an example in a word like scherzare, which means to joke, or schiaffeggiare, which means to slap. And also, we can add the letter I to ska, sko, and sku to make the softer sound sh, and so they will become sha, sho, and shu, like in words like scialle, which means shawl, or sciupare, which means to waste, or sciocco, which is another good word to say silly in Italian. Now let's look at these sounds in a tongue twister. Here we go. Il mondo è fatto a scale, chi scende e chi sale. Chi le scende troppo in fretta si sciupa la scarpetta. La scarpa ha il laccio sciolto. Collo, scialle, scalda molto. Lo scialle non è sciarpa, la sciarpa non è scarpa, il furbo non è sciocco, tira il laccio, è sciolto il fiocco. Il mondo è fatto a scale, chi scende e chi sale. Chi le scende troppo in fretta si sciupa la scarpetta. La scarpa è il laccio sciolto, collo scialle scalda molto. Lo scialle non è sciarpa, la sciarpa non è scarpa, il furbo non è sciocco, tira il laccio, è sciolto il fiocco. And here's another one. Lische losche tra le frasche e schedari nelle tasche, qualche scheletro di mosca nella schiuma del lambrusco, scappa scappa, bosco fresco. Lische losche tra le frasche e schedari nelle tasche, qualche scheletro di mosca nella schiuma del lambrusco, scappa scappa, bosco fresco. Now tell me, which one of these tongue twisters was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, you can find other tongue twisters to practice this sound in the learning sheet related to this video that you can download in the link in the description below this video. And if you'd like more Italian pronunciation tips, you can go and look at this playlist right here, or go watch this video next. This was Ermy Pedata from thelanguageheroes.com, and I'm here to remind you to always have a fun Italian learning. Ciao!